Hey gang, looks like we got form boards. Hope everybody's doing great, staying safe and healthy. Let's go take a peek at this. This is the outline of your foundation. Okay, so let's take a little peek here and we'll kind of tag on to what I talked about last time I was here when we saw the stakes, the corner stakes and everything. And we talked about FFE, finished floor elevation, right? Which is what they're talking about there, and they bring it down to this line. And you can see, and it's kind of got an angle on the camera, but that string lines up to that line that the surveyors put there, and when and that's what they use to set the height of these form boards. Okay, so, and that's the outside of your soffit area there. That's what that represents. But this is where your foundation is. Okay. So the next step that they can do here is they can actually do rough-in plumbing. They can get all the plumbing that goes under your slab in the ground prior to all the permits and even prior to our pre-con meeting, because that's all done. They've got the plans drawn, so they know kind of where it goes, but they can't cover it up until it's all inspected by the county, of course, pressurized, inspected by the county, that sort of thing. But they can go ahead and get a head start and get that done. So we got our foundation. We also have our front porch area. Their front porch areas and back lanais are part of your structural pour. They'll be poured at the same time, okay? Even if somebody's putting pavers on something, they always put concrete below it. But so all your porches are part of your structural pour. Structural meaning your actual foundation. Free pours are like driveways, things like that they do later. Then before they do all the concrete work, the edge of this will be dug out because that's where the footer is going to go. So your concrete will be about 4 or 5 inches in the field, but your footers are going to be 8 to 12, depending on the house and the engineering of the house. They'll be dug way down. Rebar will be put in there for strength, and then they'll just have a thickened footprint of the house. Okay. And you can see back here too, the stake's kind of cockeyed right now because it got pushed over, but they pull those strings off that finished floor elevation that the surveyor shot, and that follows it all the way down. Okay, so now you got to kind of start getting a feel for how big the footprint of the home is. And now if I'm sitting here looking out this way, there's your view, right? Pretty tight. And you also notice that on our patios and your driveway, when we do our garage, you'll see the same thing. You notice it's lower. Because of course you got to step down. They always want outdoor spaces lower than your finished floor elevation. Just because they don't want water going back in your house. There'll be a pitch to this too. You probably can't tell with that form board, but there'll be a slight pitch away from the house. Same way with the garage. You'll have about a 2 to 3 inch pitch from the back of the garage to the front of the garage when they pour the concrete, because again, they don't want water they don't want water backing up into the house under heavy loads or anything like that. Okay. So there we go. One more thing, let me show you, because of the nature of the lot being on a curve, so it pies wide to the back. So probably it's at the setback up there, but then you come back here and it gets wider. Same thing on the other side, because you got a little pie shaped a lot. Pies wide to the back, okay, because of the shape of the street. So let's go down it here. Same kind of deal over here, of course. Okay. So nice space between the houses for sure. Okay, anyway, questions, comments, give me a shout. We're here for you. I want you guys to stay healthy and safe, and we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks.